Hey guys, what's up? It's Vicious here, and welcome back to another video. Before we get into the tier list, I'd like to thank everyone for the continued support on the channel. The views have been very consistent in the last few days, last few weeks, last few months, and I'd just like to thank everyone for subscribing and joining our Discord. We've recently once again reached 20,000 subscribers. Actually, I think we're at 21k right now. Yeah, we're at 20. We've blasted 21k very quickly. So yeah, thanks for the continued support. Thank you to all my YouTube members for making these videos possible. And yeah, enough of the chit chat. Let's get straight into the video. Now, this video is a very quick tier list, or not tier list. It's a top 5 of my favorite locations to spoof in Pokemon Go. And at the very end, I will be showing you guys a spot that is pretty disgusting. It looks like pre-nerfed Zaragoza, which, if you know, was very busted, and is of course the thumbnail for the video, which you've probably seen because you clicked on the video. But we'll be going over that last. We'll be going over the 5 spots that I spoof in the most and the particular reasons why I do it. So number 5 here, I actually don't even spoof here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've barely been to this place, but people tell me it's really good for rare Pokemon. So here it is. This is number 5, Disneyland. The coordinates to all of these places will be in the description below, and as well as a pinned comment. So don't worry about it. Mobile devices, I have got you. All you have to do is go to the comment down below, copy and paste it, and put it into PG Sharp or whatever spoofing application you are using, and you will be good to go. So yeah, lots of good Pokemon here, lots of PokéStops, and all lured up, especially during events. They're very lured. Not as crazy as the other 4 on this list, but yeah, the raids here are also done pretty frequently, so that's really good if you need a quick spot to raid. Enough of that though, let's get on to number 4. So as I input the coordinates here, I'm going to go over some of the reasons why I like this one. This particular spot is Wellington, and there's 2 reasons why this spot is good. Number 1, first of all, it's almost constantly windy, which is really good, especially if you want things like Beldums and Bagons, and what's the last one? Chanseys, I guess, because the psychic and metallic types spawn here all the time when it's windy. Currently it's sunny, so maybe I'm just lying. But trust me, guys, it's almost always windy here. It's a pretty good time. There's some mountains just west of here, which obviously makes it easier for those types of Pokemon to spawn, especially when it's windy. This is the OG spoofing spot for me, at least, when it came to grinding candies for Beldum and Vagon. So yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of this place. As you can tell, most of these PokéStops have been manually claimed. Actually, I don't really think I've auto walked here much. These are probably manually spun by me. So yeah, very cool spot. If you're looking for those type of Pokemon, definitely recommend being here. The second reason actually Wellington is good though is because it's a very early time zone. So if you need a community day, you're really hyped to play it, this is the place to be. You can play the community day very earlier than everyone else, and for some people that might be attractive. One other thing is you can also do the raid pass trick, where you get 15 raid passes instead of 5 on those free event things. Obviously that involves teleporting to an earlier time zone, so you can come to Wellington, grab your raid passes, go back home, spend them all, and then the next day you'll get 5 more, and then the day after you get 5 more as well. So super cool stuff. Highly would recommend. Link in the description. Number 3, the number 3 spot we have is Tokyo. Now I'm going to quickly go into PG Sharp. Obviously PG Sharp has favorites, which are pretty good, and that is Tokyo. Tokyo is also very special. Tokyo is actually the place I go to raid sometimes, especially if I don't have cooldown. I just come here, do my quick 2 raids, and then I'm out. The raids here spawn pretty frequently. The 5-star raids do, as you can see, lots of 5-star raids around. And during events, they get done really fast, and there's some sweaty players who come here because those lobbies fill up fast, and we kill the boss extremely quickly. So it's really nice. If you're looking to raid, this is the place to be. It's also a really good spot for platinum medals to be done. Another spot that's not on the list is Pier 39, but that spot is also really good for the platinum medal, involving defending gyms as well as battling gyms. because the raids, the gyms are actually switch colors every like 3-4 minutes or so. So that's really good if you need that one, especially since PG Sharp now has an auto battle function. All you have to do is come back every 1-2 minutes, click a button, and then you can go do whatever you were doing anyway. So yeah, fantastic spot to be. This middle part is always leered up. During community day events, everything else is leered as well, which is nice. And as you can see, tons and tons of Pokestops around. Even if you just want to get that sweet XP to get to level 30, yeah, also really good for that. So let's get straight on to the second spot on the list. Second spot on the list is probably my personal favorite, and that is New York, USA, near the park. And as we load in, you're going to see why. Now, this spot is... Okay, this is just... Is this even the right spot? Okay, yeah, it is. This spot's really good because there's a ton of Pokestops around you, and I tend to auto-walk here very often because the Pokestops are so evenly distributed around you, which means that you're going to get a ton of Pokeballs, ton of Pokemon, and ton of Pokestops, while at the simultaneous time, you're refilling Pokeballs every time you catch Pokemon with auto catch. So that's really good. And one thing also is that it's always leered here for some reason. I don't know why, but New York City is almost always leered, which is really good because it gives you a ton of extra Pokemon that you wouldn't get normally. And this is the spot that I usually run Pokemon Go overnight at, you know, with the whole automatic setup. And it usually nets me around 3 to 4 shinies every night, which is fantastic. And obviously a ton of Pokemon, tons of Stardust, which is very useful. So yeah, this is my personal favorite, but second on the list. So yeah, up to interpretation. The final spot before the bonus is Zaragoza. Now, one thing about Zaragoza is this is the spoofer's spot, right? If you ask someone where they should go, or if you ask a spoofer wondering where you should spoof at, they'll almost 100% tell you Zaragoza, because Zaragoza is just the king. There's tons and tons of Pokestops. It's always leered. There are millions of raids around. Like, it's actually crazy the amount of raid stops there are around you. And they're always done. They're always filled and always done within the 2-minute timer. So that's really good. You're never gonna waste a raid pass here. I guarantee you that. It's always gonna finish, and you're always gonna have a good time. One thing though, this particular mall where you spawn in used to actually have more Pokemon, more clusters, because of the increased density of Pokestops prior to the nerf. But they nerfed Zaragoza, and now it's just, you know, it's a remnant of what it was before. But it's still very good. Don't get me wrong, this little spot here is always leered once again, so tons of good Pokemon always spawn here. Very nice spot to be in, and is, you know, is the best spot to spoof in, and for good reason, right? As you can see, it has everything you really need, and you don't really need much more than all this. So that's it for the top 5. The bonus spot, well, actually, I'll have to type that in because I don't have it saved particularly, but it's a really nice spot, and you're gonna see why. If you didn't notice it, it's also in the thumbnail of the video. And let's just do this quickly for 118. As you can see, it looks pretty ridiculous. You know, there's a few Pokestops. Maybe, you know, I think there's probably around 60 Pokestops. Now, the one thing that's really funny about this location in particular, I actually don't know where it is. Where is it, actually? It's in... Where the hell? Is this Russia? Is this Greece? This looks like Greece. Yeah, it's Greece. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of ridiculous. The amount of Pokestops here is ridiculous. The density is so intense that you probably couldn't even manually spin all of these Pokestops. But that's okay. You have a bot to do it for you. Usually, places like New York City, places like Tokyo or Wellington, they have 300 to 400 Pokestops, you know. If you go to the auto walk setting and click auto walk, you'll see that there are 725 Pokestops in this vicinity. Yeah, someone do the calculation on how much XP that is, because I haven't spun any of these Pokestops. And this spot was actually recommended to me by a friend on the Discord. And yeah, it's so empty on this side, and then you turn around and it's just infinite Pokestops. It literally doesn't end. It just goes to the horizon and it keeps going. So yeah, maybe not the best place for raids, but if you're looking for something super funny, or you're looking for a new spot to spoof, this is definitely it's definitely up there. It's not on the tier list because it's not as consistent as the other ones. It doesn't have a particularly good reason to come here, but if you're looking for something new, it's definitely a cool place to be. So, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you would like to support me directly, you can consider subscribing, or you can join as a member of the channel. If you want some, if you want a community based off Pokemon GO and spoofing, or if you want tips and tricks about the game, do come to our Discord. Link is also down in the description. And yeah, I mean, that's really it for the entire video, guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, being happy, etc., etc. And yeah, be nice to each other. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.